Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Comment below your country. Am I only speaking to Filipinos or is there any other nationalities here? Para alam ko so that I know if I'll be speaking in Tagalog or I'll be speaking in English. Oh my god. Okay, we have a guest today, guys. And they're coming after 5 minutes. But we're gonna talk about bringing your family to Canada, studying here, and the recent update. Of course, I'm gonna mention that today. Guys, comment your country, comment below. But yeah, I think I need to mention it here. New update. Okay, plus new update. Ayan. Kasi baka makalimutan ko. Good morning, guys. And while we're waiting for Joan and Marvin today, uh, let me know where you from. Ay, si Anne. Speak in English in a British accent. Naging Indian. Huwag mo na akong pahirapan, Ann. So, hindi kayo nagrereklamo, magtatagalog ako, okay? So, if you guys need me to speak in Tagalog, speak up. Ay, in English, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna speak in Tagalog. In British accent. Okay. Nagsabi si Joanne and sila, ah, Marvs. Na mali sila ng 5 minutes. So, habang nag-aantay tayo sa kanila, let me know your country. Saan ba kayo? From Philippines? Meron ba tayong international here? Let me know so that we can have a quick shout out while waiting for Joanne and Marv. Pero today, let's talk about the new update, of course. Ay nako, update na 'yan. Napuyat ako diyan sa update na 'yan, nagwo-work ako hanggang 10 o'clock. And, we have a guest today. Ano, student ko sila. They came here 2013, January, and then na-PR sila na December 2023. So, you're gonna know the pathway. They went to Alberta. Sa mga gusto mag-Alberta dito, stay tuned. Kasi na-PR sila through the Alberta provincial nominee. So, interesting, 'di ba? Within a year, um, na-PR sila. So, dapat makinig kayo, marami kayong matututunan today and isingit na natin yung mga updates din kasi ang daming mga nadi-discourage, ganyan. Malinaw ba yung mic ko? Maraming nadi-discourage, alam ko guys, yung mga may family dito. 'Di ba? So, may mga family dito. At ito lang masasabi ko, may mga options kayo. If may option ka man na kailangan mong i-delay ang may madi-delay, 'di ba? Siguro may madi-delay or merong hindi makakasama, yung isa makakaalis, pero yung isa hindi makakasama. Ibig sabihin madi-delay yun. Madi-delay man siya or kung i-de-delay mo man siya, pero dapat ang goal hindi mo susukuan, oh, 'di ba? Yun ang ano natin, 'wag mo susukuan, 'di ba? Ang dami talaga, ano. Let me know your insights. Marami ba tayo ditong family? Marami ba tayo ditong family? Kasi let me know. Ma'am, na-approve ba this February ang SP at OWP? Puwede pa rin bang mag-work diyan noon? Actually, hindi pa malinaw yung update about diyan. Let's see kung ano mang malinaw na policy. But we're hoping guys na doon sa mga na-approve na hindi kayo naapektuhan. Pero for sure, dun sa mga hindi pa nag-lodge, maapektuhan. 'Di ba? Ayun. Malinaw ang mic. Si Ann, thank you Ann sa confirmation. Ayan, I am from Dubai. Yasmin. Okay. Let me know if you're coming here with family. Please, can you speak English? Ay, naku, mahihirapan tayo. Okay, so we have to speak in English. Okay, so let me know if you're coming here with your family. Let me know if you're bringing your kids today. Ay, today. If bringing your kids to Canada. Yes, Andrew Santos, so sad with the news. Hi, yes. That's why I'm trying to be positive, 'di ba? Jasmine, I'll have to speak in a little bit of Tagalog and a little bit of English. Ay, Emily Hermosilla. Si Emily. Oh my God, Emily. Good thing you move. You moved to Canada already. Alam niyo yung mga naapektuhan, mostly the people who got affected, yun yung mga somehow they delay the application, 'di ba? That's why I try to encourage people kasi because of this announcement, a lot of people got like, discouraged and then they think na, oh, there's no hope for me to go to Canada or maybe Canada is not for me, something like that. And then you have an excuse to not, push through. And then you're gonna delay your application again. And there are gonna be more policies that will affect you later on. So, as long as you're like, wala pa si ninang mo, late ang ninang mo, sabi niya 5 minutes lang, wala pa si Joanne. So, we're waiting for Joanne. Teka lang nga, wait nga natin si Joanne. Joanne, sabi mo 5 minutes lang. Pero, ayun nga, so, nawala tuloy ako. So, yung mga madi-delay, sabi ko nga, okay lang ma-delay pero dapat hindi mo susukan. Don't give up. As long as you have a little bit of hope, 'di ba? Kasi you can still go here. If you can take the master's degree, take the master's degree, guys. It would be difficult to get in, but don't give up kasi you haven't tried it yet. Kasi some student would say, "Oh, I don't think I'll get in sa master's degree." Don't say no yet until you tried, 'di ba? Try to apply. The requirement seems like daunting or parang ang dami-dami niya. Nahirapan na ako, Yasmin, mag-English, ha. Pero the requirement seems so long when you are applying for master's degree. Ayan na si Joanne, OMG. Joanne, your device is not connected, okay? Okay, dito si Joanne. Okay. Ayan na
Sorry naman.
si
Na-late
Ma
ako.
okey lang, nagchichika-chika kami dito. Mukhang mapapa-English tayo today kasi may
Oh,
nagre-request ng
really? Oh my God, I'm not prepared.
Hindi pa prepared yan guys, Pero sabi ko, will speak in a little bit of Tagalog and English kasi I wanna
Yeah, because
speak in
it's very
her.
hard.
Oh. Okay. But I was talking to them, Joanne, about the updates. OMG,
Oh
narinig mo
yeah,
na ba?
yeah.
OMG.
Oh my God. Actually,
Oo.
it's a big news here in our school.
Mm,
Kasi nga, yeah,
mm. Yeah.
you know what's gonna happen kasi there's
Mm,
no concrete pa talaga na plan or whatsoever.
mm,
Everyone's waiting.
mm, mm.
Nakatakot.
Yay! So good thing, Joanne, that you're already in Canada. Most
Mm-hmm.
of the students who are not gonna be affected are the ones already in Canada, no? Pero
Mm-hmm.
if you're outside, plan ahead. You don't know what's gonna happen. IRCC can change the policy in a snap. Kaya
Yeah.
nga, you have to get here as soon as possible. But yeah, let's talk about of course, we're gonna talk about your PR journey, Joanne.
Yeah.
But let's insert some, like like some a lot of students with their spouses are discouraged now, I believe, or maybe losing their hope, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Maybe we should maybe we should discourage them more. No, maybe we should parang give them encouragement today through your no story sa PR
Yeah.
mo. Sakto din naman, and yeah.
Yeah.
But Joanne, tell me more about yourself. Your timeline muna. Okay.
Oh, my timeline as a student,
Na yung,
PR.
saan ka mun yung profession mo muna, ni Marvin.
Oh, sorry,
Oo.
Marvin is still finding for a parking, so it's taking a lot of time. But anyway,
Oo.
our family came from Singapore, so we've been working there for a decade. Si Marvin mas matagal.
Mm.
And then we had a baby, twins, and then
Mm.
we had to go back to I had to go back to the Philippines to give
Oh, yeah.
birth.
I
Yeah,
remember that. Those were the
yeah.
days, Joanne.
Mhm. And then pandemic came, so we got stuck in the Philippines. We cannot fly back
Yeah.
to Singapore, so
Mm.
we had a long distance relationship for almost 2 years, and that's also
Mm.
the turning point. Na we
Mm.
can't live this way that we're always apart because I also after 2 years we went back to Singapore, and then I lost my job that time because they
Mm.
can't wait for 2 years for me,
Mm.
and then I had a hard time
Mm.
looking for a job already.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, so it was draining, full-time mom and everything. I can't find
Mm.
a job, and then yeah, and we're having kids, and we're thinking of the future for our children. That's why
Mm.
we decided to come to Canada because
Mm.
family talaga ang priority namin.
I
Mhm.
think this is not the first time, 'di ba? Because
Mhm.
during pandemic, a lot of people were like also discouraged. Is it the end of the world? We cannot
Yeah.
move somewhere anymore because of
Mhm.
pandemic. This is not the first time, siguro, I would say. So,
Mhm.
but then it didn't stop you, Joanne, like actually it pushed you more to move, 'di ba?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because of pandemic. And then eto naman, ano ba, hindi naman matatapos.
Yeah. Kaya nga, grabe 'no?
Mm.
Ewan ko.
Mm. Yes, and eto nga sabi ni we're gonna answer some of questions
Mhm.
while you're making kwento of your
Mhm.
journey. Sabi niya, current student here in Canada planning to add one more program affected. I don't think you're gonna be affected because it's clear in their policy or the announcement na students who are holding a study permit will not be affected. So just extend your visa. And then si Jay, "Yung meron ka nga ditong inaanak ha, nag-aantay sa'yo si Janela."
Si Janela yan. Oh, si Janela. Yun din yung ano, that's a big help of SLE.
Yeah.
Parang we built a community and friends with
Yes.
Janela, di ba? Nakakapagpapalaran sa medical niya. Oh, ngayon nandito na siya.
Yes, imagine Janela, we have different mga struggles before
Yeah.
we
Mm.
came to Canada. Si Janela with medical, eto muntik na rin 'tong pero hindi sinukuan,
I know,
naku.
muntik na
Dapat
yan.
'to pino-podcast si
Yan.
Janela, eh. Pero watching from Philippines, Aklan, eto si Yasmin. I have master's degree from the UK university, and I did it in Dubai. I was planning for PhD or another master's in Canada, but don't know if I can now after the news. I mean, if you are going ahead with a master's degree, then go ahead and you can bring your family with you. If you can take the master's degree, guys, take the master's degree, but bear in mind that you have to check your grades. Hi, Marvin! Ayan na
Hi,
si Marvin.
sorry I'm late.
Ayan na si Marvin. So, nakahanap na siya ng parking. Pero Marvin, we're talking about the updates din while we're talking about your journey kasi sakto naman because of family kayo eh na nag-move sa Canada. But let me just answer this question from Yasmin about taking a master's degree here. So, the struggle with master's degree, they have a requirement that you need to have two, I mean, depending on the country, ha, it should be B. That would be equivalent to 2.0 sa atin in the Philippines. So I'm not sure with your transcript, Yasmin, but yeah, that would be the first thing that you have to check with your transcript is the your average, and then you also need sometimes to take the Duolingo or English exams. Kasi ano yung may mga students na they don't want to take English exams. So if you are going ahead with a master's degree, you might need to take the English exam. Ayan na nga, I am considering Australia na, especially with low budget. They need, pero Canada talaga sinisigaw ng puso ko. I will ask muna, Joanne and Mars. Kasi, I remember, before you consider this one, Canada, syempre, you're closer to Australia. Did you
Yeah.
consider Australia before?
Oh yeah, we did. Actually,
Mm.
we paid full na with ano sa agent.
To
See,
Australia. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So, but what happened?
COVID came, so
Mm.
they prioritize those who are in the healthcare industries, and
Mm.
they pen those that for me, for like me, like for technical, those that are
Mm.
engineers.
Mm.
They put it in the back burner and then prioritize those who are in the healthcare industry. So
Mm.
it took a while, and then by the time that the country started to open up, I think that was the time that we decided to go to Canada, because at least we tried with Canada. I mean, at least because in Australia since we got frustrated with how the paperworks were like pending, and
Mm.
we don't have relatives as well in Australia. We're all going to start from scratch, and so we thought that Canada would be really the best place, since we already have my sisters are already here, and so
Mm.
I thought it was like easier
Start.
to start over, even though you're
Mm.
starting over. It's
But
easier
it's not.
because someone is helping you, and so yeah.
Oo. Ang hirap talaga if you're moving to another country, like example yung Singapore niyo, also
Yeah.
it was hard, 'di
Yeah.
ba? I
Yes.
think regardless of the country, you have to start from scratch.
Mhm.
Pero it was easier for because of your family, right? In
Yeah,
Yeah,
Canada.
it is.
definitely.
Definitely,
Mm.
it's way easier because
Mm. Mm. Mm.
part of the challenges is, I think, the transportation
Mm.
is not as easy as compared to like Singapore or
Mm.
even Manila,
Mm.
especially for the weather.
Mm.
It goes like as low
Mm.
as -20, and
Mm.
this is kind of hard to. You're lucky if you're near the bus stop, but if
Mm.
you're not, imagine walking about 20-30 minutes on that
With
wet.
negative,
Yeah, so
20, yes.
um, car
Mm.
is really like a necessity,
Necessity.
and
Yeah.
so
Mm. But going back to Australia, I think I'm not sure, pero with the policy that they have right now, ever since naman strict talaga sa Australia, 'di ba? And now I think they changed the policy again, and you can check, Andrew, which one suits you, 'di ba? But with the new updates with IRCC right now, they didn't change the PR yet. 'Di ba? Wala pang nagaganap. It's only for international students who are coming to Canada. So, pero let's talk about your journey siguro with permanent residency. Pero before that, I wanna know your background, Marvin and Joanne. Like, what's your program, Joanne? And then Marvin, what's your background in Singapore? And then what did you get, like the job that you got here in Canada when you came?
So first we started like when we already started with SLE at first I mentioned to coach MC that it will be Marvin who will be the student. If I don't know if you remember it, coach.
I don't remember anymore.
I don't know if coach is not with us. I don't know what's gonna happen in our future. For sure, we're not PR yet because if I'm the OWP and he's the student, nothing's gonna happen. So coach assessed our profile and everything, and she mentioned that, Joanne, in order for you to like survive or whatsoever in the future in Canada, I think it's ideal for you to be the student and Marvin as an OWP, because there will be more opportunities for him.
Mm.
OWP has really the, that would help you to survive and sustain the, what do you call this? Yeah,
Ninong
financially, di ba?
Ninong Marvin daw, Ninong Marvin meron ka ng inaanak ngayon dito.
Then yeah, so I started, and then I mentioned to coach that I wanted to try early childhood.
Mm.
ELC, ano yan? What's
Early child
early?
learning basta
Basta
related to ACE.
ELC. Oh,
Oo,
yeah, you know.
mm.
And then she again assessed, and then brought up na I think it's best if you get the business. It will be connected to your past experience. My
Mm.
experience before, I worked in the hotel industry for
Mm.
almost a decade as well in Singapore, and then for I graduated in hotel, restaurant, and management in the Philippines. So
Mm.
I think it's better to. I think it's best to take the business and
Mm.
connect to my previous
Mm.
employment
Mm.
compared to dun sa early childhood, which
Mm.
ayun, I'm very grateful of, because ang hirap pala maging teacher ng mga bata. My God. I mean,
Dapat kasi yung kukunin niyo guys, something that you're ano, may idea ka na din. It would be hard for you to get a program that you don't have any idea at all. Basta nakita mo lang na, "Oh, this is in demand," pero it's not
yeah,
your ano pala, interest or your at least your passion, 'di ba?
true, true.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
yeah, so yun, two things na very grateful ako na you guided us with that. And then, yun, si Marvin.
Si Marvin kasi, the reason why I recommend Marvin to be an OWP kasi you're working in IT, and
Yes.
I know it's like in tech pathway and that really helped you.
Yeah.
What was your ano, parang when you came January 2023 tama? We deferred pa nga, tama?
December
Remember?
22.
Oo, pero it's supposed to be ano kayo 'di ba?
Winter.
September.
Oo.
Yes, and then we deferred.
We deferred because I applied first, and then supposed to be followed by the family.
Mm.
Then dun yung nag-backlog. Lagi kaming backlog, coach. I waited for
Oo nga
like
'no?
yeah, 4 months for
Mm.
my approval, and then
Mm.
that's the only time that we
Mm.
can apply for the three of them for the family. That's why we
Pero
needed to win.
the moment na you came to Canada, how long it took you, Marvin, na to get a job
For
in
me,
Alberta?
it
Mm.
was it was actually for me it was quick. I was also
Mm.
surprised how fast it was because
Mm.
we left Singapore around the first week of December, and then the second week here I already
The
got
second day.
the second day. We're on our way
Sipag maghahanap ng work 'tong si OWP, ah.
call from a prospective employer. So, because before we came, my sister already prepared my profile and
Ay, si
for
sister pala may extra
yeah,
push.
and applied for the jobs in Indeed, and
Mm.
so I was lucky to get the call, and then
Mm.
a week after that they followed up and wanted me to start immediately, but I
Mm.
still wanted to
Rest.
relax a
Rest.
bit because I just came from Singapore, and you know how work is, how
Yeah.
people in Singapore is. So wanted to rest until January of next year, which was 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And since I'm lucky enough to get the NOCs that are, because before
Mm.
we came, since we already have the idea of what our pathway is going,
Hmm.
I'm lucky that the job NOC matches with the ones that the Alberta Tech Pathway requires. At the same
Hmm.
time, the company that I'm in is also on the same NOC, and so
Hmm.
it was kind of like I guess it's luck, and you have to be,
Wait.
yeah,
Wait,
fade as
yeah.
well, yeah, and
Mm.
because I wasn't expecting that for that to be that fast, and so
Yeah.
So we were just like came in at the right time, and I got the job at the same time.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. And
But
then when you
actually,
yeah,
coach, to
go.
add, we didn't know the Alberta Tech pathway that time. Pa.
Mm, mm.
What's only you who mentioned to me, I think you DM'd me that, Joan, I have another student in BC who has something like a tech pathway also, and
Mm,
they're already processing. Maybe you want to check in
mm.
Alberta what's the pathway for Marvin. Then I
Mm.
checked and I saw, and then right away, because before we came here, even when our permits were not approved yet, Coach MC would always ask us to prepare all the list of requirements
Yeah.
right, for permanent residency. So so when we came here, everything's ready, and then when I saw the Alberta Tech, then we got um, what do you call this, proactive, and then applied right away.
Mm, mm, mm. So basically, can you explain Alberta provincial nominee, yung naging process nyo? Kasi it's not really the same as BCPNP. BCPNP, they have registration scoring. You can see how you will get invited. But with Alberta, it's kind of different. Like, how did you process your PR with the PNP?
I think it was easy. It wasn't really that difficult. Just
Yes.
just just
Mm-mm.
um, just make sure that the documents that they would request are all
Mm-mm.
like your previous payslips and
Mm.
all the employment history documentation
Employment
and
letters
waiver
and
letters
everything.
and everything.
But for Alberta Tech, their main requirement is the job offer.
Yeah,
Even if you're not yet starting with a job, for as long as you have the job offer, that's
you can
good.
start.
Mm.
And then for as long as you fall under the NOC code and then NICE code, that's for the employer.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
have to check both,
yes,
yeah,
right?
for both.
for both.
Because sometimes your NOC is pasok, but then
Mm.
the company itself hindi siya
It's not.
pasok sa NICE, so you will not be eligible.
That's the ha,
That's
the
the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
kicker
the trick.
here. So guys who are going to Alberta, maybe check both, hindi lang yung NOC
Yeah.
code ninyo. Yes, yes. And then the moment na you have the job offer, so you have to create your express entry, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, we created on March 1st and the express entry, and then I also applied for the Alberta because I'm the assistant of my main applicant.
PA.
So, so I applied on that same day.
Marvin, ang bagal ng PA ha. Why? It took you,
we were
3 months.
when we came here. I was the assistant. I was the Chiwariwap, and so in the PR application, I was the main
The
applicant.
our Bob, 'di ba?
Such
Nag-snitch na. Pero March 1 and then you created express entry. Like for the PNP, did you do anything? Did you
Yeah.
did you did
Ah,
you
yeah,
have
we
to
applied
parang
on that
ano?
day for the PNP, and then the following day, coach, we already have the acceptance, and then they're already asking for the documents to be submitted.
submitted.
Wait. Okay, so you created express entry, tama?
Yes,
And
because
then
before you can apply for PNP, you have to have the express entry, diba?
yes, express entry muna. And then you got they asked for requirements already. So
No,
what
for
happened?
express entry, I just created, and then I applied for PNP under Alberta Tech Pathway on the same day because we
The
already
same day. Okay.
day. So I just applied, and then the following day, we received an email that we got accepted, and they're already asking for
Oh,
documents. It's
Mm.
really an accelerated tech pathway.
kaya pala, I remember Joan mentioned to me, Coach, tech pathway in Alberta is really accelerated kasi the next day pala.
So I didn't expect that, and there's still, of course, some requirements that I don't have on hand. So it took
Yeah.
2 weeks for us to pass everything. So March 1st, and then we passed March 20, and then April we already got the ITA from our,
Yes, okay.
yeah. So
So,
less
ano
than,
yung requirements na wala ka?
I think we were lucky. The employment letter coming from my company, because it has to be specific that they are on this particular Nike's code, and
Yeah.
You have to state it.
NOC,
Mm-hmm.
and my
Mm.
NOC should be stated there as well. And our HR was very accommodating in terms of
Mm.
providing that
Mm.
Very
necessary
supportive.
necessary information, because
Mm.
before they hire me, I was open that my plan was to really apply for permanent residence.
Yes.
So they know at hand, beforehand, that
Mm.
those were my plans, and they were very supportive of that as
Mm.
well. And so it was easy to actually get those particular requirements that the tech pathway requires. So yeah,
Oh, so it's important to communicate with your employer,
yeah,
'di
Yeah, because
ba? That you're applying for
for
yeah,
because you need the support from your employer.
yeah,
yeah. And yung
Oo.
nag-cause ng delay sa amin, coach, is yung police clearance from Singapore.
yeah. That is
Ah,
true. Yeah,
yes.
it took a long time. It took a month for the documents
To
to
be
be received
received
in Singapore, and
Okay.
took
another
another
1.5 months
for
before.
the document
Yeah.
to come back.
So we have to wait for that long.
Yeah,
Even if
Pero
we're already ready, di ba, with all the
oo.
documents. Pero yun kasi, we cannot get it in advance because we don't
Yes.
know
yeah,
when will we be asked to apply. So
You
yeah.
didn't expect na
Yeah.
it will be the next day na pala. Meron ba silang deadline? Like, kasi meron
Yes,
minsan
yeah.
60
I think
days, 30 days.
30
30
days. Yeah,
days.
Sabi ni Anne. Kasi si Anne is going to Alberta and
Mm,
under the tech din. So, Anne, take note of the NAIC ha. So, it's important to us siguro or check the company if
yeah.
it will uh, mache-check mo ba yon Marvin, in advance, like before you apply?
First
yes, you
place.
could. You could. You would have like an idea. The moment that you see the company, you would have like an idea where that company's Nike codes belong. Even the
Hmm,
HR, they were like at first quite hesitant to give it to me, because they
mm,
weren't really like 100% sure where they belong until they check and reference where what the business of the company is, and then that's the time that they
mm,
provided it to me. And so yeah, because they
mm,
feel like a bit. It's
It's their
not,
first time.
yeah, it's not really like they're not sure, but there sometimes it overlaps, their business overlaps in the
oo.
night school, and so they wanted to make sure that they're providing me the right information where that
Yes.
company's night school belongs. So yeah,
Mm,
because it's a group of companies, and so
mm.
yeah, so it overlaps with different night school. Yeah.
Mm. So, the moment that you submitted the documents, you got the nomination because that would be nomination first before you get invited sa federal, 'di ba? Am I correct, Joanne? How long was the nomination? Or
Nominate.
no nomination na, parang straight na, um, you have the 600 points.
Yeah, I
But in
think
BC, they
Yung
have like a
nomination,
nomination.
that's the day after. Yun
Ay!
lang. Mm-mm.
yeah,
Ang
we
bilis.
already have like the 600 points required.
Oo.
So, the only thing that you have to do was to submit the documents.
That's
Mm-mm.
right.
Ay, ang bilis ng
Yeah.
Alberta.
Kaya
Oh my God.
sobrang bilis
'Di
niya,
ba?
ang bagal ko kasi I'm not prepared.
Fire your assistant, Marvin. Ang bagal.
Sabi ko naku, papagalitan ako ni coach dito kasi lagi niyang inaano sa mga students niya, dapat prepared na kayo. Ngayon na lang dito, hindi pala ako prepared.
Yeah, no, I
Pero
think that's also the dilemma of most of the OFWs, because
mm,
it's kind of hard to get the police clearance from different
yes.
countries that
Yeah.
True.
you worked before, and so
Mm,
yeah,
And you cannot get it in advance
yeah,
because there's an
mm.
expiry.
yeah.
Mm. I mean, that was my ano din, Marvin, during my time, the police clearance din. Pero kasi that was during pandemic. So,
Mm,
ang hirap talagang kumuha ng mga dokumento. Pero for Dubai, it's easy to get the police clearance, and I know in Singapore, it's not as,
yeah.
Yeah.
straightforward, 'di ba? So, I think my advice for that, if you think that you're applying for PR, you know that, "Oh, there's a chance for me to get invited." Siguro apply na for
Yeah.
the police clearance. Anyways, it's valid for 1 year if you're going to use it for PR.
Oh, okay. I thought it's gonna be like
Yes.
3 months
3
or
months, no, 3 months only for study permit. Pero for
yung
ano, yes,
process na.
okey.
Oh.
Hindi pala kita nasabihan, Joanne. Pero yun nga, okay. And then, okay, so you get the ano na, invitation from the federal. So what happened next? Ayan na, ito na.
From the federal. Then, yun,
Yeah,
we,
because it was also like straightforward because
Mm,
we'll just wait until we got our names like drawn up, and then
mm,
there was some issue with because the moment that I got the email that we're invited to apply for permanent residency, my name wasn't there.
yeah,
The email that I received was only for my wife and my kids,
yung main applicant
the
nawawala.
main applicant is like missing. And in order for me to
yeah,
to to be able to log into their system, I need to have the email for my account because I'm the main applicant and I'm not able to because in the website for application for permanent residency you have to declare that you're in Canada,
yeah.
and I'm not able to do that. I think I only have like a week to confirm that you are acknowledging the application for permanent residency. And so
Oh,
we have to like, I have to call, I think I have to call IRCC in that day
Web
in
form or yun.
then web form, but they're kind of slow into like responding to you. And
mm,
so I don't know. It was weird because the email suddenly I just saw the email because usually all the emails will be like the timestamp is you're going to see the timestamp is like a minute or two after the
mm,
email, and so mine I think went to I don't know went to archive or went to the deleted folder for some reason, and
mm,
luckily I was able to like found it
I
the
think you're
second day.
pertaining to Portal 1.
Yeah, for the portal one
mm.
email. So
That's for the confirmation
that's
of
for the
permanent.
comment.
Oh, dun kayo na-delay, eh, 'di ba?
I
Yeah.
always
Oh.
have.
So,
So
the federal one, so when you get invited, the federal one, you completed everything because the documents that you submitted nung nag-ano kayo, nung Alberta pa
yeah,
lang level, it
yeah,
will be the same, 'di
yeah.
Yeah,
ba?
will be the same.
It is
Mm.
so
Ano
this
lang, extensive lang because I also have to provide my documents and everything. Sa Alberta Tech kasi, only his profile.
OWP lang, oo, yes, 'Yan. Guys, type yes if you're learning something. Kasi 'di ba, if you're moving to Canada, you have to know this by now, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
that you can prepare
Si
ahead.
Janelle,
And
Janelle.
You have
Janela, are you moving na ba? Moving to moving
Lalo
to
na din.
ano, Ninang?
Then, para lang sa mga kaalaman ng iba, for Alberta Tech, it doesn't necessarily need to be nasa technical side ka.
yeah.
You can
Hmm,
be, yung sa NOC niya, you can be from HR or whatever, marketing and so.
yes.
Ang
Yeah,
importante is yung NICE
that's
code.
good.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yung naik ha. Take note of the naik. Pero, so, kailan kayo nagkaroon ng email ng portal? Kasi usually, if you get the portal, the next day or few hours, you get the confirmation na for PR. Pero for you, anong date kayo nagkaroon ng ano, nung email nung portal?
Yung
Hindi pa siya
portal.
confirmation eh.
So, I'm looking at our timeline. So, yung ITA namin, we received April 14.
Hmm.
And then, eligibility completed nung August 16. So, yung sa
Oo.
tracker, everything is complete na. So, they say it's a good sign. Kasi
Yes,
parang,
it is.
then,
Oo.
nag-change na rin ng we have a final decision sa GC key. So, we know that it's already,
In the
okay.
Oo.
process.
Oh, tapos, August 21, sa tracker, you will see that there's already a co-PR
Mm,
document. So parang
mm,
approve na yun, di ba, coach, sabi mo. Pero wala
mm, mm,
talagang definite. And then we receive August 23 for Portal 1.
mm. So it took you ano 'no, August, September, October, November, 4 months
For,
na
yeah.
Yes.
waiting for
To the extent
COPR.
Sa sobrang tagal namin nag-antay, pinahula ko pa kung kailan lalabas yung PS.
Sa ano kasi I think
Pa
Montreal
ano
was
ka? Ano na
backlog.
yun yung anong tawag dun yung parrot
Parang
card ba? Carrot? Ayun, akala ko parrot.
nakakatuwa.
Nagpaganon ka?
Mm,
Anong tama ba ang
tama,
hula? Oh
tama.
my
I think
God!
a day after, it was
Sabi
on the
niya,
card reading. It was
hanggang
seeing
tarot.
only as like six.
Sabi niya,
So
very evident daw yung
so
six.
six. So they're seeing like six. So all the six numbers. So we were thinking, oh, it could be November 16, November 26,
Anything
and
na,
then anything with a
excited kami,
six.
November 6,
But
November 16,
but
November 26. Then this,
unfortunately, December 6 came. I didn't see an email, so maybe it's probably in the January. Then the next day, I saw the email. So
the
the
confirmation.
confirmation.
Oh.
We saw, yun nga, yung sa document, it was processed December 6.
Yeah,
So,
December
yeah.
6.
Totoo, si
Yeah.
Tara.
Ay, totoo! OMG! Janela!
If you
Paki-refer
need,
naman yung naghula.
please see, the link below. Charot.
Affiliated pala doon sa manghuhula.
Oo, ganun. Kasi sobrang desperate. Because winter is coming na and then I have another SIM. I don't wanna pay
Oo.
for an international fee again. Because
Ah,
I was
that's the thing.
expecting na domestic
Mm.
rate na sana ako
Before August,
nung
because
fall.
she received it
Mm.
earlier than, and we
Yeah.
were expecting
Mm.
that before the next enrollment came, she
Mm-mm.
would
Mm.
like
Domestic
domestic
student.
rate.
And then
Yes.
the registrar is also
Yeah,
very considerate because I showed them that we already have the COPR details and everything.
yeah.
And then they
Mm.
said, okay, we will extend this for you until this time. Hanggang 1 month
Mm.
in-extend nila
Yeah.
yung tuition ko. Pero wala talaga. Natapos
Didn't.
Pero
yung
yung second sem,
Ayan,
second sem, yan,
cool,
domestic
cool. Ang
na.
laki ko, I know, grabe.
So, kasi sila Kate, ano parang sabay-sabay yun. Parang nagsabay-sabay yung mga
Secure.
COPR. 'Di
Yeah.
ba?
Mm-mm.
Pero ano yun, unusual case kasi you don't know why it's delayed. 'Di
Yeah.
ba? Walang
Um,
reason.
our IRCC, when I did the follow up quite a few times. We even
Mm.
engaged our MP to
Yeah.
help.
Mm.
So they said that there was a lot of backlog in Montreal specifically. So because there in some
Hmm.
areas like I think for those in Alberta, all the
Mm.
applications go to Montreal, and so
Mm.
uh, uh, they said that there was a lot of backlogs that in Montreal, and there's like
Mm.
when we engage the MPs, it's when you call, it's basically like there's nothing you can get from. It's like you're wasting your time calling
But
because
maybe we talk about it like maybe there's also a help from the MP because after
yeah.
that, a month after we engaged, we asked the
A,
MP.
a month
Asked,
before,
a month
a
before.
month before we engaged the MP to just ask and follow up with IRCC. What's the state?
Mm.
And then it's also like a blanket reply, like we are in the process, and then they just tell them that we also got a lot of backlogs as of the moment,
Mm.
especially for Montreal, and
What do
just
you feel right now na nakuha niyo yung COPR? What do you feel? Do you feel like
oh, we were. I was excited. I was like,
I think I cried. Yeah, I
yes,
ay,
cried.
right. For me, I was like,
moment pa si Joan.
Emotional.
I'm
Kapahula pa ako.
Sabi ko ginastos para dito sa pier. Charot.
Pero ano ba kayo, parang what do you feel right now? Kasi ako nung na-PR ako, parang I felt, parang naka-PGWB pa rin ako. Yun yung
Yeah.
naramdaman ko.
When we got the PR, we're super excited. I cried and ganyan and everything. But
Mm.
after a while, it's like it's still the same.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, at least you felt like a kind of relief,
Secure.
Secured.
security.
Yeah.
Kasi
Mm.
we worked in, or I worked in Singapore for like 15 years and applied for
Yes.
three times, and I
Ah.
got three times. And so at the same time, you know that you're already like a permanent resident, and so
Mm.
a start to, or a stepping stone to becoming a Canadian citizen. And so it's like you
Mm.
already have forged your path. You already have your path there. So
Mm.
it kind of gives you like a sense of security that you're going to stay here in Canada for a
Yeah.
long.
Mm.
And it is good to us, no? Even if
Yes,
life
it
is
is.
tough,
Yeah,
mabait pa rin si
Yes,
especially
yes.
Yeah.
for the kids.
Mm.
It's
My
also good.
question, my question. Kasi you have a stable job in Singapore, and I
Yes.
know a lot of OFW from Middle East.
Yeah.
Namimiss niya.
Would you
Yeah.
say it's worth it that you left your job in Singapore and moved to
It is.
Canada?
Yeah. It's of course there's that sense of feeling. I could have been. I would have a better job in
Singapore.
Singapore
Singapore.
because in Singapore I was working for Amazon Web Services. I was already like a data center lead in one of the site,
Mm.
and so I was already like at the peak of my career when this occurred, and I was joking with my colleagues, what are you going to do in Alberta? And then I told them I'm going to milk cows,
You're
like
going to Red Deer, not Calgary.
I'm going to milk cows because that's what Albertans do. Like most some Albertans do, like in the farm. And so I'm going to pick some fruits. Like the stereotype when you go to like a provincial kind of area, like
Mm.
and yeah. So that was a joke, and it was kind of hard as well because the salary is kind of different, especially when you came to Canada. When you're starting there, my salary that I was earning before was like I don't know how like I think
But some,
this
there's
is
a
there's a quite
big
a big
difference.
difference in
Yeah.
terms of
Mm.
and then the taxes as well is way different. It's
Mm-mm.
way different. Like the I'm earning now, I'm paying the same tax as I was when I was in Singapore, but yeah, although the benefits of it is that it all goes to my child because
Mm.
in
In the
Sing-
future.
it's for their future because in Singapore I can't send them to a good school
Because it's very
because
expensive.
expensive and it will take most of your salary there.
So
But
it's also
here,
almost the same, right?
yeah, it's almost the same. Here I can
Mm.
send them to a good school and
With
with
subsidy,
subsidy, yeah,
with affordability grant.
affordability grant,
Yeah.
all the
Mm.
grants here, and you pay a bit of, but you send them to a good school that will help them be better and give them an advantage in the future. And so yeah, it's 50-50. But if you're doing it for your family, then
Canada
uh,
is,
it is for you. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just
Mm.
I think on the most of the North American countries, like I think Canada is the best place for family, especially
Mm.
first.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think yun yung pinaka-ano natin 'no, yung pinaka-goal, is
yeah,
Yeah.
to
yes,
change
Because
yung
it's
ano,
just me and Marvin. Maybe we
yeah,
could just settle in
different.
Singapore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
of course.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if
But
you have kids
this is
with
very
you, oo, and those people na because of the changes right now, you still have like if you can see like at least 10% of like chances of you going here, grab that
yeah.
10% and try.
Mm,
'Di
mm,
yeah.
ba?
that's right.
Kasi kasi you never know. Okay magpaparot, charot kayo.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not because if it's also a coincidence because
Mm,
before we had kids, she
mm.
also asked to who would bring us to the different or which
Okay.
country we would
Matagal na kasi ako
would
nagpapatarot.
which country we would go
Tarot ba
to
tawag? Akala ko charot.
which
Ano
which
ba
which
charot?
which country we would go to and then
Yeah.
she was in denial because she
The,
found out that it was her who would bring her family to another country
I
and
told
then
him it's very impossible. How can I
it's
bring
unlikely that
everyone? Because he's still
Oh my
I'm still
student.
God.
How can I bring
and
you guys? Yung pala
so
ako pala, student
yeah.
pathway.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nakaka-ano,
We also like
nakapangilabot yung
Send ko
tarot.
yung coach sa'yo.
we
Send
prayed
mo sa'kin yung link, magpapatarot din
very
ako.
very very like specific prayer. Like I was literally asking
Mm,
because we've been to different countries and
mm,
I was asking where would we like stay like
mm,
I don't know where will be our security like
But before going here as a student, we
Mhm.
also applied like 10 years ago sa Canada as
mm.
No, we tried even New Zealand.
Yeah,
We
pero
tried
yung
Mm.
Canada, di ba, we tried, and then we paid agency and nothing
Canada.
happened.
Ah, yes,
It's like
yes,
nabudol kami
yes, yes.
because
Although you
diba?
got like the EE profile and all, but you can actually do it yourself. I believe.
Yes. The thing with express entry, now you know the express entry, you need the job offer. The
Yeah.
Yes,
offer was the talaga. And
that's
the
the
Mm-hmm.
most.
company that will support. We have a question from Anne. Guys, if you have questions, drop it now because I'm gonna run through it. Ito sabi ni Anne, ayan sabi niya, puwede din pala mag-create ng express entry, profile, even student visa. Yes, you can create your express
Yeah,
entry now, oo. And then pero for express entry kasi, it was Marvin, 'di
yeah,
Yeah.
ba?
exactly.
Yes, not
It will
Joanne.
also show in your record that you did apply before, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm.
yeah, they would ask for the. I think they asked the previous EE profile because it already expired
So
like
we have to
5 years
declare
ago.
that we got
Yeah,
rejected before
yeah.
from Marvin's
Mm.
Application.
application.
Yes.
Sabi
And
ni
then
Ann ay sorry, sabi ni Ann, current job roles between Nikes and NOC, so dapat mag-match.
yeah,
Yeah.
dapat mag-match. It's
Yes.
in Alberta Tech Pathway page, so everything is listed there.
Mm. So Anne, because, she's about to go to Canada, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you apply for company sa Alberta siguro, then try to check the NAIC siguro, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Mhm.
And then Alberta Tech, the PNP is very helpful, especially sa amin because we're already on our late 30s. So our CRS scores are very, very low. So
Yes.
wala talaga
Mm.
kami laban kahit mag-IELTS pa ako or whatsoever.
Yes.
And kaya yun, malaking tulong talaga si PNP because plus 600
Mm.
right away.
Mm. Also
IELTS,
for
mm,
BCPNP, it's the same thing, eh. They don't
mm,
need to check your age. As long as you
okay,
have experience, you
yeah.
have the NOC, you
Mm.
have the education kasi both of you guys have bachelors already, 'di ba? So, yun yung pinaka-importante. And then yung English naman, do you have to meet certain requirement for English or hindi naman? May ano lang?
I think the score is 7. I think 7. The minimum. It's the minimum score.
Mm.
But for me, my experience is that it was harder for me for IELTS was harder for me than CELPIP. So
Nag-self-pip siya.
I took the CELPIP and I got a higher score than IELTS.
Perfect na niya.
Yeah,
Nakailang self-pip na kasi. Ay, nakailang IELTS na.
CELPIP was like my score in CELPIP was like I think
Wag
9.
mo nang
Oh, sorry.
sabihin.
Na-pressure na-pressure si Andon.
Not to brag, but to inspire. So yeah.
Oo.
With IELTS, I think my lowest was I think
6.
6, but my average was about 7.5. But with
Mm.
CELPIP, I got a 9, and so
Mm.
yeah.
Gano'n si nine to. Pero, okay.
Kasi
So,
ganun daw kadali si self-pip
mas
compared kay IELTS.
Yes,
remember, sabi ni
yes,
Coach
yes.
Dex, mas madali ang self-pip kaysa sa
Mm-mm.
IELTS din
Yeah.
talaga. Pero it depends sa inyo guys if you're more comfortable with,
Which is yeah.
computer. Kasi IT
Oh,
naman 'to si Marv. So, okay lang sa kanya.
The,
Pero,
the only problem with CELPIP was there are a lot of people also taking the exam, and so
yes.
if you're loud and you can't hear it, that's that's a problem. Because my colleague
Mm.
also took the CELPIP, that was his complaint to me. I was
Mm.
lucky enough that I got no one on my right side, and then on the left side he was kind of soft spoken, so I can hear it clearly. So
Mm.
that was his. I mean, that was his complaint when he was taking the
self-pip.
when he took the selfie. So yeah,
Di
That's
ba? Nahiya naman si Anay.
sorry na.
Pinerfect. Pinerfect si
not
NB9.
to brag, but to inspire.
Pero, anong advice nyo, just to close this, natin, conversation, anong advice nyo din sa mga family right now? Especially right now, di ba, Marvin and Joanne?
Sa family, for as long as there's still a way to get into Canada as a family, I would suggest it's the best ideal
Situation.
situation. Because for a student, especially me, I experienced being a student, the demands of the school and everything, and then I have to work at the same time. You
Mm.
need the support of your husband or your OWP at least. Not financially wise lang.
Mm.
Siyempre, malaking tulong yung financial. Pero emotionally and alam mo yun, yung stress and everything. And pati if you have kids, as parang masarap maghirap or struggle for as long as you can see,
Magkasama kayo.
yeah,
Or
na
yun.
complete.
Mm, mm. But what if, of course, some some like family cannot bring their ano, 'di ba? Kasi they will be taking diploma, certificate. What's your take on that? Would you recommend to leave your family for 2, 3 years for now and then include them in the app? Because you can include them in the PR application, right? What's
Uh,
your take on that? Kasi you ano, got separated din, 'di ba?
yeah,
Remember in Singapore?
I think it depends. It depends on the person because for the
Mm,
both of us, what's important was for someone or with between us to take care of the kids, and so it's
Mm-hmm.
mm,
something because we don't want to leave our kids to our parents to take care.
mm,
We want someone to be hands on to the kids, and so that,
mm,
that was one of the also one of the consideration when I was stuck in Singapore for quite some time due to the restrictions, and so it was very hard. Honestly speaking, it was hard because it's always like a long distance kind of thing, and you always have to talk by a phone. And
mm.
during that time, my kids was just born, and so
Yes.
they don't know me, and
Mm.
it was hard, and um, uh,
Iyak na,
you know,
iyak ka na.
but for my wife, between the conversation between me and my wife, she always tells me that she cannot be away from the kids, and
Mm.
so that's the main reason why the kids are also keen with me in Canada. With me
But
in
if
Canada.
you're a person na you can, ano yun,
Yeah,
you can, pwede mong
there are
itiisin.
those actually there are those parents that I have high respect for
Yeah.
to actually leave their kids and then them risking going to Canada to actually like study.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do, but it's very it's kind of challenging and hard because imagine juggling between work, juggling between school,
Mm-mm.
and everything in between. It's already very difficult. So
So kung kaya
Mm.
mo
kung
naman,
kaya mo, then
I think okay rin na
uh,
mag-isa ka muna. At least establish mo muna yung
yes, yung
sarili mo
sarili mo,
dito.
yes,
And then if everything is okay, then that's the time you could get them
get
to
them
come
to come.
to
At
Canada.
least you have that
Alam mo na,
drive. You have
yeah,
Mm.
goal na you have in mind that you because kasi
dadalhin mo sila.
nadadali mo sila kasi if you keep that into your mind and you focus on that, it will become
Mm.
a reality for you. And
Yeah.
so everything else is like secondary because that's your main
Mm-hmm,
focus. So
mm-hmm.
if you're that kind of person that you're driven to actually do that, they can actually, it's possible. It's hard. No, nothing in this world is easy. So it's
Mm.
you have to work for it, and so at the end of it, it's all worth it. So
Rewarding.
yeah, yeah,
Parang ano, kasi sa'kin gano'n nangyari, eh. I had to go to Canada because I
Mm-mm.
was a single mom. So I cannot take care of my kid and then work and study.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
very
have
that's very hard.
no.
It's
Mm,
especially for single moms that they want
mm,
to bring the kids here. I'm not going against it, like, but
mm,
it's advisable that you have someone to take care of the kids because
mm,
studying and working,
working.
you
mm.
won't have a time for your kids, and if
Yes, so
one between 1 to 4 years
Three,
old,
yeah.
these are the times that they need an adult
Someone, yeah.
to guide them.
mm,
So it's very hard. So you
yeah,
think about it before you really like move because it's a very hard
Situation.
situation,
Yeah.
especially the winter. The winter
mm,
here is very harsh. The weather is very harsh, and so for me, because I'm the one driving them to school, sometimes they
mm.
don't want to go out of the car. Imagine if you're juggling between work
Lagi
and
siyang late.
study, and for me
Halata
that's
halata ka na kay Marvin today.
my what do you call this?
Mm.
That's the hard part that I'm doing is like sending them to school every day because of the weather.
Mm. Mm.
Sometimes they would cry. Sometimes they don't want to go out of the car. Imagine if you're
Imagine you have twins pa.
yeah,
You
and I
have
have
twins.
twins, and so yeah, you have to there are risk, and there are like hardships, more hardships than what you would expect. But if you could sacrifice that and then focus on your goal on bringing them,
Mm.
I think it will
Mm.
make more sense and much
Mm.
easier for both parties. Kasi I have seen some families as well na they're really struggling. To be honest, we also have our own struggles na to think kaming dalawa na nandito, like between the husband and the normal couple.
And we have our in-laws pa who's
Yeah,
helping us, pero we're still
yeah, we're
struggling.
still struggling. So
It's really hard
it's kind of
and
hard. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
if you're like, you have to focus on your goal. Really, that's the end goal, which is to get
Mm.
yeah,
Because for me, it was the goal was to, it's either I do nothing or go to Canada,
yeah,
yeah,
right? Kasi may choice ka ba? Like, if I just stay in Dubai or stay in the Philippines with, kung meron kang bata, stay there with them or do something.
yeah,
yeah,
Sacrifice 2, 3 years to be
yeah.
yeah,
away from
yeah,
them, but you're doing it for them. You're not
yeah.
That's
doing it for
That's
right.
right.
yourself.
And so that's the reason, also reason why it was not very hard for me to leave my job, because I'm not doing it for myself anymore. I'm like 40 years old.
True,
Yeah.
true. Last question from Yasmina. In my case, I have a degree management experience 10 years. I can make IELTS and I think she can speak French. TF test
Oh,
is my probably good. We're not sure, Yasmina. I think for that you need a immigration consultant to calculate your scores. Connect with me, Yasmina. I forgot to promote. Kasi
Oh my gosh. Yung tarot kasi.
sobrang yung tarot na ano ako dun sa tarot, eh, parang gusto ko magpa-tarot din, eh.
no,
Okay,
it's
Christina, you can connect here. I'm dropping the link now, but yeah, I think it's all worth it for you guys to
it's
what
Definitely.
happened before na
yeah.
pandemic and then you studied for
Yeah.
2 years. How's the the kids? Nasa
Oh,
school na.
they're very, like, very well. They're starting to be independent. I mean, I'm
Ay,
surprised how they can, like, put their jacket on by themselves,
Yeah.
and they're like three. They're like 3 years old. So
From pandemic babies, because
yeah,
they used to be scared to all of the people,
outside.
even to our relatives, but now they're very sociable and
Yeah,
everything, so ang laking tulong din ng paghuhulma ng Canada sa
yeah.
kanila.
Especially Alberta, they love the snow for some reason.
And the
The
nature,
nature, yeah,
yeah.
they
Also
love
in
that.
BC, di ba,
Yeah,
Coach, I can see your post,
oo. 'Pag
yeah,
yung
very
anak ko
close to your,
tinatanong ko kung babalik, "Do you wanna go back to the Philippines?" Siyempre ano, eh,
yeah.
yung
yeah,
10 years old siya, umalis siya dun. So,
Mm-mm.
assume na he wants to stay there, pero sabi niya, "No, I wanna stay here."
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Even my kids, if you ask them, you want to go back to Singapore or you want to go back to
Mm,
Philippines, they'll say,
mm.
Mm-mm.
choose Canada. So
Yeah. Pero next, Canadian citizenship na, pero no pressure sa Canadian citizenship, ah.
Yeah, we were talking
yeah, we're
about
talking
it nga,
about
eh.
it.
Sabi ko, naku, baka mamaya mag-strict yung citizenship like Singapore, kasi very strict ang Singapore sa PR and citizenship.
Yeah,
For as soon as mag 3 years tayo, apply na tayo.
Coach
Pero
Dex
coach,
is ano na, citizen na.
yung, yung yung payo mo rin na in-apply din namin na pag may plans ka, keep it to yourself muna. Huwag mo
yeah,
nang isipin. Pero
Mm,
nasabi ko na yun sa citizenship. Pero yun nga, kasi ang dami mong maririnig and
yes,
everything na hindi ka
yes.
makaka-focus sa
Focus,
mismong goal
yeah,
mo.
on. So don't mind the noise.
Yeah.
It comes and goes, but focus on what you have.
Mhm.
Because sometimes those who tend to be noisy are the ones that they try to
They
kind
will
of
pull
like
you down,
drag
yeah.
to something that I mean, between the two of us, the conversation that we had, those that some people that talk about their pathway, they're
Hmm.
not even yet there. I mean,
Wala.
we're quiet, but they're already here.
Hindi, sabihin mo, Joan, magpatarot kayo.
Hindi pala si
So
SL yung ano.
just
Magpatarot kayo.
focus on our own, on our own timeline, in our own goals. So yeah, you don't mind the noise. You focus on
Mm.
make sure that that you fulfill, or you do something about it, like not comparing to, because the moment that you start to compare, you would
Mm.
it's different situation when you compare to others, so you focus on your own.
Hmm.
So that's
Move
also
in silence, sabi nga nila.
yeah,
Also for citizenship, mararamdaman niyo din 'yan, "Oh, bakit hindi ka pa nag-a-apply ng citizenship?" Pero you have like priorities, eh. Like for me, ang daming nagtatanong sa'kin, "Bakit hindi ka pa nag-a-apply ng citizenship?" Siyempre, bakit kailangan ko sabihin sa'yo kailan ako
Oo,
mag-a-apply
di
ng
ba?
yeah, that's
citizenship?
true.
Kailangan may explain why.
That's true.
But
Oo.
anyway, bago I know na malapit na tayo mag-end. Before mag-end yung ano natin, I just wanna thank you,
Yes,
Coach
thank you.
MC,
Thank you,
sa
Coach MC,
SLE
for
team.
everything.
Wala kami dito kung hindi dahil sa
Yep.
tulong nyo.
Ay, iiyak na ako, Joanne.
Yeah, totoo yun.
And
Totoo
our
yun.
even in the PR
Pathway. They're very supportive.
we have questions that
Yeah.
we're not sure of. We approach them, and they're very happy to answer our
Yeah.
queries.
I mean,
Syempre,
our agreement with SLE is just for the student pathway. Usually, for
Hmm.
like agencies or whatsoever, for as long as
they're
you're approved,
here.
bahala ka
Bahala na
na.
kayo.
But until
Hmm.
PR, oh my God, hanggang mag-approve, hanggang na-delay yung co-PR namin.
Hanggang nag-ano na, nag-school na yung mga bata, magkausap pa rin tayo diyan.
I know, ano na, binyagan na ng mga bata, ninang na si Coach. Kaya always sinasabi ni Marvin, kasi ito dati laging against sa mga agency kasi nga nabudol na kami.
Ah,
Sigurado ka ba siya? Lagi niya sinasabi, ROI talaga yan, ROI talaga yan.
No,
SLE.
it's true. I mean, because when you submit papers here in Canada, you have to be truthful, you have to be accurate,
mm.
100% accurate. You cannot, because they would find out eventually. And so you have to be 100% foolproof. Your submission is 100% foolproof na your everything is correct, even the PR.
Mm.
Because we know folks that got the ITA, that got the
Hmm.
residency. I mean, they were
Invited.
invited to apply, but they had problems with their papers because they
Yung mga
submitted incorrectly. Some was lacking on the documentation, and
Ah.
so that cost them the time for them to be permanent resident. And so it's important that you talk to people who have experience doing this, and have
Hmm.
you have confidence in them, to they will guide you on the right path,
Yeah.
and will
Hmm.
provide you the right answers that you need. So
Nakalatag na eh. Si Coach
yeah,
nakalatag
yeah.
na yung mga kailangan.
Oo,
So
parang sobrang ano na nga,
we're
eh,
really
parang
yeah.
'pag
We're not
nakikita
we're
ko,
not
'pag
much sure
napi-PR.
of who we are if not for your guidance. And so
Yes.
yeah, we
Ay
just
naku,
hope
dapat
that
na
you guide us
tawag
through it.
dito.
So
Ano bang talent fee dito? Charot.
Kaya nga, eh, i-transfer ko na ba?
Marami nga nagtatanong, "Uy, may commission ba kayo sa SLE?" Kapag 'pag I
Ah.
talk about SLE, "Hala, wala, ganyan-ganyan." Akala nila kasi kung
Tarot
maka-PR,
tarot
'di
na lang yung ibigay mo sa'kin, okey
ba?
na. Pero sobrang happy ako, Joanne, nung nakita ko na na-PR kayo, and then with Kate, and then si Weng, kasi marami na, eh, 'di
Yeah,
ba?
sunod-sunod nga,
Na
eh.
I'm trying to have like that, keep the group pa
Yeah,
din talaga.
mm.
Kasi katulad niyan, minsan may nagtatanong about, Alberta, ganyan-ganyan. Sabi ko, "Oh, you can still ask Joanne kasi she's still in Slack. I
Yeah,
don't think Joanne would mind to respond
yeah,
because
I'm
refer no lang
always willing to
naman," 'di ba?
yeah.
Oo, magiging mentor Joanne na ba ang next? Ano pala 'to, soft launch?
Oo, puwede rin, tapos may patarot
May
pagkatapos.
samahan natin ng tarot, 'di ba? Pero
We
thank
just
you, thank
partnership.
you. Thank you, Marvin and Joanne. Alam ko sobrang busy ninyo, pero you still have time na i-share yung story niyo. And I know a lot of people learn so much today. I mean, I learned so much even now. Yung lang sa ikwento niyo yung journey niyo, 'di ba? Maraming matututunan, may inspire. And right now, ang daming nadi-discourage. Just they need more encouragement siguro. Yung they need parang goal kasi na, oh, posible pa rin pala talaga, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Hindi
oo.
lang naman ako yung nag-struggle, lahat tayo nag-struggle.
Totoo yan.
Mm.
Pero after a while, naku, worth it naman din.
Yes. But thank you, Joanne. Hopefully, nasa Red Deer pa rin ba kayo or nasa Calgary na? Lumipat ba kayo?
We're
Red
still in
Deer
Red
pa
Deer,
rin.
so
Akala ko kasi lilipat kayo.
Hopefully.
hopefully, well, we don't know
Bibili
what
na
the
ng
plans
bahay.
are.
Ayun, wag natin i-share.
Oh, di ba? Huwag natin share.
Si LB lang ang pwede nating i-brag dito, pero ang ibang mga ibang bagay hindi na. Pero hopefully when we visit Alberta, we're gonna pass by Red Deer and hopefully we can meet you guys there.
Yes,
Yes,
Coach.
Yes. And also may ano naman no, visiting kayo sa BC.
Oh, yeah. Oo nga,
Diba?
gusto.
Medyo malayo lang ako pero maganda dito sa amin, Mada, kung bibisita kayo.
Ganda nga eh. Parang postcard. Every
Ano,
day. Pag-isip ko parang, wow.
dito ka makakita ng bear. Ay, marami rin sa Alberta eh. Pero thank you, Joanne and Marvs. And dun sa mga nakikinig right now, nanonood, I will put this in our podcast. Ay, another version to. May version 1 na tayong una ni-release ko yung bago kayo pumunta. And then now, makukomplete na siya ng isa pa with another episode. Oo, ipakinggan niyo yung unang episode nila nung bago sila pumunta and now this would be the second. Hopefully may third, that would be the citizenship. Balitaan mo ako dyan sa pero kasi mauuna ako mag-apply so malamang babalitaan kita kung paano.
Sige, Coach. Ikaw ang mag-guide pa rin ng citizenship natin.
Pero thank you. Bye-bye na guys. Good night sa Philippines. Bye!
Bye!